Hello, lieutenants. Actually, lieutenants would be the appropriate moniker today because we're going to talk about the boys in the military. And I've gotten this, I got a lot of emails, especially with Asshole Consulting. You should look it up, hire me out. But enough young boys, primarily, young men, have been asking this question, who hail from our military. And I figure that since it's so common, plus we want to help out our boys in the military, I kind of put a video together for this. The common question, the one thing that they all have in common is that they want to get out of the military. You know, I don't like it here, it sucks, my CO's a dick, and not to mock or ridicule your voice, but it's primarily, you know, young guys, 25 and under, maybe 27 and under, and they're done, and they have every right. I'm sure your CO is a dick. I'm sure your comrades are dumber than crap, and I'm sure that whatever your duties and your mission are might suck. But here's the thing, and just hear me out, right? One, it's worse here in the private sector. It's worse in civilian life, okay? Just look at your peers, okay? Do that. Look at your fellow young 20-something peers and look at the position they're in. They're usually completely debt-ridden, still living off of mommy and daddy, either directly living with them or having some kind of money constantly given to them. The women are insufferable bitches. They're horrible, all right? And then their jobs, they're unemployed, they're underpaid, they have this crushing student loan, and they went to college for no damn reason. So compare yourself. Do you have food, clothing, shelter, health care paid for? Do you have a job? I know your job sucks, but you got a job, and it's probably better paying, especially when you consider you don't have to pay for food, clothing, shelter, and medical coverage. And education. You don't have to pay for your education. Every man, unless you're a Zuckerberg or something, there is no better employment opportunity. There's no better educational opportunity. There's nothing better out there than the U.S. military. Could you be one of the lucky people that, you know, you got a connection, you get into, I don't know, banking or... That sucks worse than the military. I don't know. You can become fashion consultant. I don't know what. Yeah, sure. But for most people, unless you have a connection, no, you don't. It really isn't. The second thing is that your employment opportunities, in terms of what you would do, is going to be worse than the military. If you think your CO is a dick, wait till you deal with some baby boomer fuck who's never been in the military, never went through basic, and is one of these most spoiled little psycho-sociopaths. I know that some of the older guys in the military might be hard asses. I know, but at least they went through basic. At least they are in a structure that is probably, as far as I could tell, the most meritocratic system. I understand a lot of you young boys out there like, dude, it's becoming Pussyville over here. They're letting every douche in. We're bending over backwards to let women. We're lowering our standards. It's all about diversity. I know. What do you think the private sector is? Look at any corporate social responsibility statement of any private sector company. You think the military is sucking cock, or shall we say licking pussy? Not to be crass, but to put the correct spin on it. You think they're not taking it over, bending over, spreading their ass cheeks, or I'm sorry, the private sector? You don't think that we have to deal with this politically correct diversity, rah, go for feminism bullshit, lower the standards for everyone? It's the same thing, right? Just suck it up and take it, right? Because it's going to be the same when you get out. You're not going to escape it. There's no safe haven. So whatever's bad, whatever bullshit you're dealing with, I know, bad boss, idiotic, lower standard people, diversity, feminism being jammed down your throats, it's the same thing here. And stupid people, I got news for you. So, God, there's so many stupid people in the military. They picked them from the population. It's not like stupid people go to the military. The whole population is getting stupid and dumb. And victimhood and all these other veritable mental diseases they have. So it's not like you're going to avoid the stupid people. Probably some of the smarter people went into the military, and the dumber people ended up staying in the private sector or the public. Good Lord, working in the government. Oh, so I don't know. I'm not currently in the military. I never was in the military, and I admit that's some hypocrisy on my part. But based on what I've seen and based on what I know, trust me, it's worse here. The grass looks greener over here. It isn't. It's AstroTurf. It's painted green. It's so, and it's not worth it. You're going to make 30 grand, maybe 40 if you're lucky, if you could find a job, and you're going to deal with the same political bullshit that you have to deal with in the military. So compare your free food, clothing, shelter, and health care, and compare that to a $35,000 per year job where you're going to be forced to pay about $250 to $300 a month for health care that you don't need, that you could go get it privately. Do that math calculation. It's a very rough estimate, $35,000, but that's pretty much what you'd be looking at, right? So, boys, I know this sucks, and this is the advice I give to all the military men who are looking to get out. Whether it's there or whether it's in the private sector or non-military, because you might go in the government work, you have to change your mentality and adapt. Everybody, myself included, we thought we just had bad luck. We thought like, wow, this employer's a dick. This is unfair. This isn't what the job description said. So then you quit that job. You hate it. You're going to go and try and find, oh, finally someone hears that. And then you find out, well, this guy's lying too. And what's with this attitude? And who the fuck? I just want to show up and do my job. Wow, how much bad luck am I having? Well, after 6 or 7 jobs, you know what? It's like dating American women. After dating 6 or 7 American women, you got to stop thinking, what's wrong with me? Is it bad luck? And realize, holy crap, this is the shitty-ass selection of jobs out here, or girls in that case, which is another lesson unto itself, but a very important one to keep you from going insane. So the trick, the skill that you need to learn, and I remember it took me until 2005 to do this. I was 30 years old. It took me until I was 30. So I'm totally a hypocrite telling you this now, but this is what I learned. This is important. I was incredibly experienced, predicted the housing bubble, one of the best, I was top notch, top dog. And I ended up faxing and filing because the company I was working for, the credit union I was working for, was so horribly mismanaged. They had way more labor than they needed. I was way faster than what they thought I'd be, and I could churn out tons of it. That I just sat there on my ass for a lot of time. So what did they have? Well, I started filing, faxing, scanning in documents. Like these people, they're so stupid. I'll give you an example. There's paper files, but we could maybe scan them in and digitize them, and then we wouldn't need filing cabinets? Oh my goodness! Wow! What? 2005, it wasn't like scanning didn't exist. And oh my God, the arm twisting and the resistance I got from these gray-haired baby boomer fucks. Well, I don't know, we do the physical pay. Yeah, but we could ship that off to a secure storage facility, and free up some fucking rooms so our rent will go down. Anyway, so they finally, after enough tooth pulling, they finally said, well, okay, you could scan it in. So I started scanning in documents, and you know what? The complaints, I got a complaint one because the scanner was in kind of a commons area, the one scanner, and it wasn't even high speed. So here I am, complete 10 years experience under my belt, easy. Scanning in documents. People were complaining because of the noise of the scanner. Okay, now that's just one example. That's just one example of the bullshit that it's everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. So you got to train yourself like I did at that credit union to just accept. I became very zen-like. Nothing bothered me. If someone was a dick, cool, that person was a dick to me. I don't care. Some girl files a complaint. My CEO, not my CEO, never had a CEO. My boss told me to approve a loan that shouldn't have been approved anyway, and it was going to cost the company millions of dollars, which it did. Don't care. Just play along. Just play. You're not there to become a super soldier. I know that may have been your intention. I know you want to serve your country. You want to do your best, and it's admirable, just like I think most people want to do. But the current people in command and control, pretty much 35 and older, my generation included, have become so corrupted and tainted, and not to mention we're incompetent, moronic fucks, and we're all political and corrupted by this time. That system and that opportunity no longer exists. You have to look at the military as not the vehicle to your pinnacle of success and achievement. You have to look at it as a tool to advance and sustain your life. Not to achieve your greatest. Not to become the best. It is a resource for you to make money, to feed yourself, clothe yourself, and hopefully educate yourself and have free health care like you do in the military. Okay, so it takes a lot. You got to abandon your morality. You have to give up what you care about. You have to give up your dreams of becoming, maybe you wanted to become, SEAL Team 6 variety. Maybe you wanted, and you had the capacity. Maybe you wanted to become a really great, I don't know, whatever it is, a computer networker, really great drill instructor, whatever it is. Let go of that. Look at the military. How can I get the most out of this? How can it benefit me the most? And if that means you got to clean toilets, fine. Go clean toilets with a toothbrush. If that means escorting some cocksucking, brown-nosing 4-star general who sucked Barack's penis so that he got promoted, and he's the worst leader ever, and he's just dumber than fuck, and he got there because of politics, and probably you, as a PFC, could probably lead better than he. Doesn't matter. You're his escort. You're his adjutant. Just do whatever they tell you, no matter how degrading and pathetic. Are you getting paid? Are you being fed? And just let it flow off your back. Put your 20 years in, and then you get your pension. Now, I know some places are just excruciatingly impossible. I understand. Some people, you will get under a psychopath. You will get under a sociopath. What was the one? Mutiny? Mutiny on the Cane? Mutiny something? Had Humphrey Bogart. Mr. Roberts? Was that it? Whatever it was, I understand there are some truly malicious and evil people in the military. And you'll find them outside the military as well. And there you try and see if you could get reassigned or something. But don't give up on the military, right? It's not better here. Unless you have a really good line or a beat on something, it's not better here. So that's just my opinion. I know I'm not there with you in the barracks. I'm not there with you in the submarines. I don't know what your CO is like. I don't know what your platoon or your co-military men, your peers are like. I really don't know. So I can't. But in general, really reconsider dropping out of the military. Okay, that's all I got. So hopefully that helped out. Oh, and then buy my book. Because I just saved your asses. Buy my book, Bachelor Pad Economics. There's more to it than just, military, I covered maybe 2 or 3 pages in this thing. But when you get out into civilian life, or you want to see what civilian life is like, you could read that. That's all we got. Toodles.